What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at it with another NFL record prediction. And this time I'll be giving you my NFL record predictions for the Baltimore Ravens in 2021 NFL season, giving you my thoughts, giving you the matchup what's good for the Ravens and the matchup that's bad for the Ravens. But before I give you my record predictions for the Baltimore Ravens in 2021, make sure you do put the thumbs up to like the video, and also subscribe to my channel for more options. And also don't forget to comment down your opinion below on what you think your predictions for the Ravens is. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs this year? Do you think they're going to win the division? Or you think they're going to regress a little bit and miss the playoffs? So just let me know what you think. So let's get started. Now, week 1, the Ravens have to play on the road versus the Raiders. But you know what? I feel like this game is going to be very interesting because it's on Monday night. Now, this game right here can go either way, though. But you know what? I just don't think the Raiders are really good this year. I think they're going to regress because I have no trust in their defense. Their defense, is not as great. Derek Carr is usually the best quarterback in the game, though. But, the offensive line isn't good at all. So, yeah. But you know what? Even though it's in Las Vegas, I'm going to go with the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Ravens here because I just think they're the better team. But if Aaron Rodgers joins the team, that can totally change my mind. But I just feel like the Ravens are just the better team. And I just think they have the better quarterback and the better coach. So, yeah. So, I kind of feel like the Ravens, receivers are going to have a big game. Yeah. So they'll find a way to expose the Raiders secondary, which is not that good. So, yeah, that's why the Ravens win. Next game, they have to play versus the Chiefs. Now, this game is going to be very interesting, though. But this can go either way, though, because, the Chiefs, have a really good offense. And, and the Ravens do, too. But on paper, the Ravens do match up well with the Chiefs because they have the corners to cover the receivers and all that. But you know what? I think the Chiefs' offensive line is improved. So you know what? Even though this game's in Baltimore, I'm going to go with the Chiefs here because I just feel like the Chiefs are the better team. And I just think they have the better O-line because they can find a way to, block, the Ravens' pass rush up front. So, yeah. But I think it's going to be super close and a high-scoring game, but it will be a shootout this time. But I just think the Chiefs are going to pull it off. Next game, they have to play versus the Lions. Obviously, I have the Ravens beating the Lions because the Ravens, they have the better coach. They're just a better team, and they have the better quarterback. Look, Lamar Jackson is better than Jared Goff by this point. I feel like he's going to outduel Jared Goff again like he did before. The Lions are just not a good team. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. So, yeah, that's why the Ravens win this game easily. Now, next game, they have to play versus the Broncos. Now this game is going to be very interesting, though. But the Broncos are a pretty good, talented team, and they have a really great defense, though, which they can really give the Ravens offense issues. But I want to go with Denver, but I'm going to go with the Ravens for right now, but that can totally change my mind. But if they get Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson, if they join the team, if one of them joins the team, then I'll change my predictions. But I just feel like the Ravens is the better team. They have the better quarterback and better coach. So, yeah. Broncos have questions at quarterback. So, yeah, that's why I think, the Ravens easily win. So, yeah. So next game, they have to play the Colts on Monday Night Football. So, yeah, but I feel like this game right here is going to be very interesting and another Monday night game. But I'm going to go with the Ravens again here because, last year they beat them, but I just feel like the Ravens are going to beat them again because I just think they're the better team. By this point, Lamar is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz, and I feel like he's going to outduel Wentz again. I feel like Lamar will outduel Wentz again. And also, I feel like the Ravens do have the corners to cover the Colts receivers. They have the pass rush to slow down the Colts run game and Carson Wentz. So yeah, so I feel like they're gonna give Carson Wentz a tough time. So yeah, I think Lamar Jackson's gonna have another big game. So yeah, that's why I think the Ravens are gonna win. But I think like it's gonna be close though. As long as Carson Wentz plays well, then they'll keep it close. Now next game they have to play versus the Chargers. Now this game is gonna be very interesting though. But now this game can go either way though because the Chargers, they're a pretty good talented team though because they upgraded their offensive line. I mean, their defense, have lost some pieces, but I feel like this game right here is gonna be super close and a high scoring game. I mean, Chargers could barely pull off an upset, but I don't think so. But I feel like it's gonna be a shootout type game. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens here because I just feel like the Ravens are the better team. They have the better quarterback and the better coach, and then they're at home. And also, I just feel like that the Ravens defense is good enough to slow down the Chargers offense, and they can give Justin Herbert a tough time. Now they have the corners to cover the Chargers receivers, so they should be able to win that game though. So yeah, and also, all right, next game they have to play versus the Bengals. Now, I think they're gonna beat the Bengals once because they're just a better team, and they have the better quarterback and a better coach, and they're at home. So yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna say they beat the Bengals twice. I'm saying they're going to sweep them. I just don't know why. I mean, I just thought there's the better team, and the Bengals, they don't usually play against the Ravens well. So yeah, that's why I think the Ravens will beat the Bengals twice. Now you get a bye week. After the bye week 8, you should be prepared and for week 9 for this game versus the Vikings. I feel like they do beat the Vikings here at home because I just feel like the Ravens are just the better team. And also, I just kind of feel like that they have the better quarterback in this game, the better coach, and they're at home. But you know what? I just kind of feel like that the Ravens defense is gonna give Kirk Cousins some issues, and gonna give, and also they'll find a way to like stop the run and all that. So yeah. And they also do have the corners, with Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, Jimmy Smith. They have the corners to cover, the Vikings pass catchers. But I feel like it's going to be super close, though. But I think the Ravens find a way to win this game in a high-scoring shootout game. Next game, they have to play versus the Dolphins. Now, this is an interesting game, though. Now, I always pick the home team on Thursday night because it's wacky, though. But you know what? I feel like it can go either way because, because the Ravens are traveling to Miami, Florida, where weird things always happen. But you know what? I want to go with the Dolphins though because it's in Miami. But you know what? I feel like this game is gonna be super close. I mean, the Dolphins can barely pull off an upset. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens here because I just think they're the better team overall. They have the better coach and the better quarterback, and they're just a better team overall. So yeah, that's why I think the Ravens win because I just think their defense is gonna give Tua some fits. I mean, yeah, and I think they have the corners, to cover the Dolphins receivers, to cover Jalen Waddle, cover Will Fuller, and Devontae Parker and Mike Gesicki. Yeah, so I think the Ravens find a way to pull this off in a close one. Next game, they have to play versus the Bears. Now, I have the Ravens beating the Bears, and the reason why is that the Bears don't know who their quarterback is, whether it's going to be Andy Dalton or Justin Fields. Now, I wouldn't trust a rookie on playing against a really good defense like the Ravens, which that's going to be too much. But you know what? I feel like this game might be a little close, though. The Bears can barely pull off an upset because they got Justin Fields playing, but you know what? I just feel like the Ravens is the better team. So yeah, and I just don't think the Bears secondary is that great. And I think Rashad Bateman, Sammy Watkins, Hollywood Brown, and Miles Boykin and Mark Andrew. The weapons for Baltimore is just gonna have a big day. So yeah, that's why I think the Ravens win. Now next game, they have to play versus the Browns. I actually have them splitting with the Browns, so they're gonna be the Browns the first game, and I say they lose to the Browns the second game because, they just play each other tough. So, yeah. Now, next game, they have to play versus Steelers. Now, this game right here is very interesting, though, because remember, the Steelers beat you guys twice because the defense was putting pressure on you guys. So, yeah. But, you know what? I think the Steelers did show us that, they can, that, they're really good at stopping the run, and, they'll find a way to, stop the Ravens offense. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say, but you know what? I think the Steelers are going to regress this year because, they lost some pieces defensively, and they lost a lot of pieces on the offensive line. So I'm going to say you lose to the Steelers the first time, and you beat the Steelers the second time. So, yeah. And I just feel like the Ravens are just a better team than Pittsburgh. So, yeah, that's why I think the Ravens win. Now, next game, they got to play versus the Packers and the Rams left. Now, these two games is very tough, which I think both these two teams are either way games. But you know what? I think they're going to at least win one of the Packers or the Rams game. Now, they're both one of the best teams right now. Now, I can totally pick the Packers to win if Aaron Rodgers stays. But if he's not on the team, I mean, the Ravens can probably easily win this game. And also in the other game, we can see the Ravens beat the Rams too because they're at home, and Lamar Jackson, he played well versus the Rams. So yeah. But you know what? I'm not gonna say you're gonna lose both games, and I'm not gonna say you're gonna win both games at the same time. But you know what? I'm gonna say the Ravens are just gonna beat the Packers and lose to the Rams. Now, the reason why I think they're going to lose to the Rams is because the Rams got that speedy offense, and also they have a really good defense, and they can really find a way to, stop the run game and, get pressure on Lamar and force him in some tough situation. So, yeah. But I don't really know if the Rams have, enough corners to cover, the Ravens receivers, because they got Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. So yeah, so I feel like the Rams defense is gonna find a way to win. So all right, so at this point, I have the Ravens at 13-4. I mean, with 4-2 in their division, 9-3 in their conference, 7-2 at home, 6-2 away. I mean, that's just pretty good. I mean, when you look at the games in their schedule, I kind of feel like the Ravens' schedule, it's very tough because they have to play the Chiefs. They have to play the Vikings. They got to play, the Browns twice and the Steelers twice. They got to play the Packers. They have to play the Rams. I mean, man, now this game right here is kind of a tough schedule here. So, yeah. So I kind of feel like Baltimore will be in the playoffs, though, but... So, yeah. But I kind of have them above the Browns, and I also have them winning the division. Now, the reason why I have them winning the division being above the Browns is because I just kind of feel like the Ravens have an easier schedule than the Browns. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like their schedule is a lot easier than last year. So, yeah. So I believe that Baltimore will be in the playoffs this year once again. And I believe that the wide receiving core is going to get better. I mean, the defense, they lost a few pieces, but I feel like it's going to get better too. But, the offensive line is not going to be good as it used to be. So, yeah. So, that's how I see it as the Ravens going 13-4 right now. So, yeah. So, just let me know in the comments section below on what you think your predictions for the Ravens is. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Do you think the Ravens are going to be pretty good this year? Or do you think they're going to be pretty bad and regress this year? Just let me know in the comments section below on what your predictions for the Ravens is. Well, it's Mayo Jones from The Big Fan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys later. Peace.